What's up, everybody? Welcome to my channel. Today I'm gonna continue working on my 72 Ford F100. On the last video I was rebuilding the transmission. I did not finish it because I got the wrong filter, so it wouldn't clear the oil pan. But today I got the right filter, and I got my old one right here, and this is the one that didn't fit. So I'm gonna finish installing the filter. Then I want to add a drain plug on the oil pan. I also want to spray it black because I don't like the way it looks. So I'm gonna finish doing that, and the motor's pretty much ready to go. I already replaced gasket seals. I did the heads on it. I turned it on, so the motor is ready to go. I just gotta finish the transmission, and I think I'm gonna install the transmission first. I also sprayed the engine bay black, and it looks okay. I'm gonna go ahead and install that filter, and I gotta find a drain plug for the oil pan. I got my plug right here and my tap. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna weld a piece of metal on the other side, and I'm gonna drill a hole, and I'm just gonna run the plug right here. And I want it right here because let me show you guys something. There's nothing right there. So when I install the transmission, if you guys look at the pan, it's higher on the front than on the back. So when I bolt on the transmission, it's gonna sit in an angle, and most likely all the oil is gonna go to the back. So let me go ahead and grab that piece of metal. I'm gonna cut it to about the size of the plug, maybe 1.5 by 1.5 or 2 inches at the most. And I'm just gonna weld it through the inside and then drill the hole. Here's my little piece. So this is 1.5 by 1.5 inches, and it's a 1/4 inch thickness. So it should be enough for me to drill a hole and leave some thread. I'm gonna weld it with a TIG welder because you have more control, and I want to make sure there's no leaks. So I'm gonna go ahead, clean the oil pan, and weld this on. So I'm gonna weld it somewhere right here, but before I even do that, I'm gonna drill the hole on the piece, and then I'm gonna weld it. Then I'll just drill the hole on the pan. I just finished welding my oil pan. I put some water because I want to make sure it doesn't leak. So I'm gonna check underneath, and it doesn't look like there's any water. I'm gonna finish drilling the hole, and I'm gonna start doing the thread on it. Alright guys, so there it is. I should have turned on the gas on this side. I didn't give it enough gas. Just this section right here, so it's kind of rough and ugly. But I already tested it and it's not leaking. I'm gonna use my tap now. So I'm gonna tap it, and that's it. I'm just gonna put it back on the transmission. Alright guys, so it's just as simple as this. And I'm using WD-40 to make it easier. And here's my plug. And it goes in no problem. All right, so I'm gonna clean all the debris, and I'm pretty much done. Check it out, guys. I got myself a drain plug now. All right, so this is how it's gonna look. I'm not gonna paint it yet. I'm gonna paint it once I put it in the truck, because once I install it, I know I'm gonna scratch it, and I'd rather just wait. But it clears. It clears no problem. So now I'm gonna go ahead and put my gasket and bolt it back on. Here's my fresh drivetrain waiting for me to drop it in. But before I do, I gotta take care of a couple of things. I gotta fix the wiring back there because it's a mess. I also gotta clean my power steering pump. I never got a chance to clean it. And there is a evap line right here. I think this is gonna get in the way, so I gotta do something about it. I was thinking running it next to the chassis, but to do that I gotta drill a hole on the cross member. And honestly, I don't mind doing that because I'm gonna get rid of this cross member in the future, so I don't care about drilling any holes. I think that's what I'm gonna end up doing. Either that, or I'm gonna run it through the bottom. But I think it's better if I run it along the chassis. That way it doesn't get in the way of the headers. Here's my wiring, and as you guys can see, it's a mess. So it's only like 5 or 6 cables. I'm gonna fix them real quick, and I'm gonna come back with you guys. It was only a couple of wires, but I wanted to make sure they were fixed correctly because I don't want to have a problem. So I even put the insulation on. This is done. I'm gonna go ahead and put tape on it, and that's it. I'm gonna move on to the power steering pump. All right, guys, so there it is. I just drilled a hole right here, another hole right here. Now it's not gonna get in the way because it's inside the chassis. So all I gotta do left is clean my power steering pump. Okay, now I'm gonna install the transmission. I got my cross member right there. I gotta find the bolts. I don't think I have any bolts for it. I'm gonna have to look for some, but I'm pretty much ready. I got my transmission installed, and I learned something. You can't do it from underneath. I tried, and the bell housing doesn't clear the firewall. There's another cross member in the middle, and you gotta unbolt it, and to unbolt it, it's a lot of work, and to bolt it back on. So I didn't want to mess with it. I just used my cherry picker, and then I just did it from the top. The way I took it out, that's the way I dropped it back in. So everything is ready. I just gotta install my brackets. I got one bracket right here. So I gotta install this bracket. It goes on this side, and I got another one just like this one that goes on the other side. So I have to install those, and I can finally drop the motor in. This motor, I've never installed headers on these trucks. I don't know how hard it is, but hopefully it goes smooth because I don't feel like struggling today. We'll see how it goes. I'm pretty much ready to drop it in. It is gonna be a challenge because I'm gonna try not to remove the hood. Hopefully it clears. If not, I'll probably loosen it a little bit, but definitely I'm not gonna remove the hood because it's heavy for myself and I have nobody else to help me. So I'm gonna work my way around that. And also I hope the headers clear everything and I don't have to modify anything. They're pretty easy to bolt on, but my worry is the clearance. The last thing is the starter. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough room to bolt it on. It clears the headers. I was able to get it in. It barely cleared, so I just removed the bolt on top and loosened the one on the bottom. I did the same thing on both sides, and I was able to push the hood back a little bit more. So I'm gonna completely drop it in. I'm gonna bolt it down, and hopefully the headers don't give me a hard time. I finally got it in, and I have a lot of space for the headers. So on this side I should be fine, and on this one I already put the header. It's not bolted on. I gotta bolt it on, but there is a lot of room. So I'm gonna go ahead and bolt this side on, and on the other side I have to bolt on the starter first. I gotta run a wire, make sure it's not gonna touch the header, and I can install the header as well. But I'm almost done. I'm gonna be using metal for the gaskets. The other material, I had a bad experience that sometimes they come loose, and with these ones I've never had a problem, so I'm gonna go with this. There's a lot of room, a lot. This one's a little tighter, but you can still get around it. And honestly, these are the easiest header installation that I've ever done. There was a lot of room for the starter, a lot of room for the headers. There's a ton of room. I was able to use the ratchet, so that's how much room I had. I'm gonna go ahead and install the water pump and my accessories, and I'm pretty much done, honestly. I got my upgraded fuel system. This is the filter and all the fittings I'm gonna need, and also the hoses. So they're like pressed, they're not the ones you make. I think this is better because the other one's leak, and this one, since they use the machine to press the clamps, I mean 100% that they're not gonna leak. I also got myself a cooler for the transmission, and it came with a fan. I don't know if I'm gonna use it or not, but I mean I already have it here. I mean, if I want to, I'll use it. And I'm almost done. I just gotta put my accessories, radiator, my fuel system, and that's it. I got myself some bolts. I also made a bracket for my fuel filter. So this is what I did. I just connected a filter to the carburetor, and then I just made a fuel line going down. to the fuel pump, and then from the fuel pump to the main line. That's pretty much it. So I'm gonna put the bracket from here and support the filters, so there's extra support. I don't want to just leave it like this, and I don't want it to snap, but that's how it's gonna look. So let me finish bolting down the bracket, and I'm gonna show you guys how it's gonna look. There's my little bracket that I made. It's supporting the fuel filter, so now it has more support. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna install the radiator because I'm pretty much done with everything else. I already installed my radiator, my hoses, and I'm pretty much done with everything. The last thing I need to do, I gotta install my oil cooler. So I don't know if I want to install it like this or maybe like this. I think I'm gonna put it inside, or I can just do it JDM style and just put it out here. I don't know, I'm gonna figure it out right now. All right, so I'm gonna install my oil cooler right here. I'm just gonna drill some holes right here and right here and run the lines through the inside, but I think I'm just gonna run them on top of the chassis. I'm just gonna try to make it as simple as possible. So here's my oil cooler and my bracket. I'm just gonna go ahead and install it on the truck. All right guys, so there's my oil cooler. It's right here. I already made my bracket and I bolted on right here. And I also cleaned the harness a little bit. I mean, I still gotta remove a couple of wires, but it looks a lot better than before. And this one as well, I put insulation on it, so it looks a little bit better than before. I still gotta either remove those wires back there, or I might use them for gauges, but I'm pretty much done. I just gotta add the antifreeze, connect my battery, connect the alternator, and that's it. I can crank it and see if it runs. Well, I know it's gonna run, but if it's gonna run properly. Another thing, I still gotta connect the hoses that I'm gonna run to the transmission for the cooler. I'm gonna make custom hoses for that, but I gotta wait till Monday. So for now, I did a bypass on the transmission. Monday, they're gonna make them for me and I'll install them. I have to drill holes. I'm still gonna drill 2 holes, but that's gonna be it for this video. I don't wanna make it too long. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.